Family Search has been digitizing and indexing records for many years, and they are in the records collection for Family Search. Then volunteers all around the world are indexing those digitized records so that they can be easily found and attached to your person on Family Tree. Then they show up as record hints for your cousin. I'm going to click right here and see what kind of record hints are showing up. For Dickinson Emerson, I see that there is a marriage record, a birth record, and a marriage record. I would like to see more details of who these records belong to by clicking on Show All. But I want to show you first of all how to get to that same information from his details page. Let me bring your attention first, before I go there, that he has a child named Eddie and a child named Harold. Let me click on his name and show you what we find. From his summary card, I can click on Person, and it takes us to his details page. These are the same record hints here. If there are more than 3 records, they will show up when I click on Show All. 3 are the only ones that show at the very forefront of the details page. So I will click on the word Show All. In this case, there are only 3 records. I'm going to go to this second one first. Dickinson B. Emerson is listed in a birth record where the child is Richard Wilford Emerson. The 2 children that are listed for Dickinson do not include Richard. So this is a record that I am glad to find. I'm going to go ahead and review this and attach it. On the left-hand side is all the information on the Ontario birth record for Dickinson B. Emerson, Aggie Brockbank, and Richard Wilfred Emerson. This is Richard's birth record, but it lists the parents here, and so we are able to compare the parents that are on Family Tree. Dickinson Brown Emerson is on Family Tree, so side-by-side comparison, I would like to see if I think this is the same person. If it is, I would like to attach this birth record to Dickinson, and I'm going to click Attach. Now I'm going to compare side by side to see if I think Aggie Brockbank and Agnes Brockbank are the same person. Because of the relationship with Dickinson and the child, I'm going to say, yes, these are the same person. I would like to add this birth record to Agnes's file as well. Now, Family Tree recognizes that there is a child named Eddie and a child named Harold, but there is no child so far by the name of Richard Wilfred Emerson. So it allows me to add his name to Family Tree from this birth record. I'm going to click on the word Add. It starts creating his record. It says that he was born on the 12th of November, 1897, and a standardized format of that date automatically comes up. However, I like to put a space after the 7 so that the standardization comes up and I get the word November spelled out. He was born in Paris, Brant, Ontario, Canada, and the standardized automatically pops up. He is deceased, and the reason that this format declared him deceased is because he was born more than 110 years ago and is automatically recognized as deceased. I don't have any death information, but I have enough information to go ahead and create this person. Now that Richard Wilfred Emerson has a name card in Family Tree, would I like to attach this record of his birth to him in Family Tree? Yes, I would. So now we've attached this birth record to everybody who applies to this birth record. Now I noticed also under Dickinson Brown Emerson is a record of a marriage for this same child, Richard. So I would like to look at that marriage record. I'm going to click on Review and Merge. Here again, the record information is on the left-hand side. The family tree information is on the right-hand side. After looking down the left-hand column, I see that there's a Dickinson and an Agnes Brockbank, Richard Wilfred Emerson, and some more information, the bride of Richard and the parents of the bride. This record can be attached to all of these people to show relationship and information regarding their existence. So the first one I'm going to compare, it's already opened up in my comparison, is Dickinson and Dickinson. I'm going to attach that record to Mr. Emerson. I can now compare Agnes and Agnes. This is the name on the record. This is the name on family tree. I think they're the same person, so I'm going to attach this marriage record to Agnes. Now I'm going to compare Richard in the marriage record to Richard in the tree. It says that his gender is male, his birth is in 1898. On the tree it says 1897. That's understandable because in a lot of marriage records they simply ask, how old are you? And they don't know exactly whether he's had a birthday already or whether he's yet to have one. And so the year discrepancy is not uncommon. Also, sometimes the year of birth can be off a great deal because they don't want to claim their real age at the time of the marriage. So I will attach this marriage record to Richard. Now I would like to attach the bride onto family tree as well, but so far she's not there. How I do that is change the key person in this comparison. The person who was the key person was Dickinson. Now I'm going to change that and say I would like Richard to be the key person. Now that he is in key person position, I can add Alma Irene Postal to family tree. From the marriage information, it says she was born in 1901. We don't have a birthplace yet from the indexed information. However, before I continue here, I like to go and look at the image if it's available to see if I can find a birth location. I'm going to diminish this bar. I'm going to click that that's okay, and I'm going to make this bigger. It says that Alma Irene Postal, she's a telephone operator, 21 years old, a Methodist, and that residence when married was Paris, but the place of birth was Northfield something, Ontario. The name of the county is Brant. So let me try and put that in family search. And I'm going to click on birthplace, Northfield, and I'll just put Ontario and see what pops up for, okay, Northfield, Brant County, Ontario is the standard. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click Create this person in Family Tree. Now that she's created, it asks if I would like to add this marriage information, and I will attach. Now I also could attach this information on who the parents of Alma are if I had Alma in key position. So I'm going to change again, the focus person being Alma. Now Alma being in focus position, it allows me to add her parents. I'll click Add. And I don't know much about Milton Postal, except that he was a male and he is deceased because of the age of his daughter. So I'll go ahead and click Create a new person in Family Tree and attach this marriage record to him. I'll do the same with Louise Pearson. I don't have a lot of information on them except their name. I'll click Create New Person and attach this marriage record to Louise. Now I've attached everyone who is in the record to someone in family tree. Sometimes I was able to create a new person in family tree and then attach the record to them. They make this so easy for us.